Welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia, and welcome back to the AFC North rundown slash Pick-ems. I'm going to do both today in this episode. I'm going to talk about the AFC North and talk about the Pick-ems coming up into Week 5. I can't believe we're into Week 5. Now, last week in the AFC North, I believe the Bengals were the only team to win in the North. The Steelers lost. The Browns, they lost against the Falcons 23-20. Buffalo Bills rallied, come back and beat the Ravens. Right, the Bengals were the only team to win, and now they're caught up too. I believe that if Tua was a part of that game throughout the whole game, Tua and the Dolphins would have beat the Bengals. But here we are, and here's the AFC North standings right now. Can you believe it, guys? The Steelers are one game behind. The Pittsburgh Steelers, after all this in the Mitch Trubisky era, can't believe you can call it era, but in 4 games using Trubisky, the Steelers are 1-3. They're 0-2 at home. They haven't won a game at home yet. That's pretty bad, right? Neither is Baltimore at home too. In the division, they're 1-1, of course. They lost to the Browns. Points for 74 points against, pretty bad. They're minus 16 and they've lost 3 in a row, but they're still in contention in this division. The Browns were 2-2. Cincinnati's 2-2, and the Baltimore Ravens are 2-2. Now this week, let's go through the pick'ems right now. We have the leaderboard here, still number 1. There's 11 behind that dots, 38 points. And yours truly. I'm not doing too bad. I'm not doing too bad, guys. Steelers Nation Australia. I'm 38 points, 38 and 25. Travis is 37. Tarkin 35. Jedal 34. Dan the DM 34. JJ52 32. Positive record. Sporting Goods 26. Vicious 26, Steelers 76 has 25 plus 8. What's that? 33? 33. I guess still Crown 22, Wild Snyder and Pittsburgh Owen haven't been doing their picks 14 and 9. So thanks guys for checking that out. It's a little bit of fun and hopefully next year I can do it bigger and better. But let's get involved into some picks. Can you guys believe we're week 5 already? I can't. It's flown by. We're now in October. The time has gone forward for me, and you guys will fall back soon enough with your time. But let's do some picks. Now, yet again, I try and do my instant reaction. It's the best way to do things on the internet. I haven't looked at any games, so I don't really know who's playing who. But we'll start at the beginning. It's Colts versus Broncos. Broncos. Even though both teams are struggling, I believe both teams are 1-3. Got to go Broncos. Miami versus Jets. There's no Tua. There's no Tua playing in Miami, but I still think you have to go with Miami. Miami over the Jets. That could be a game, though, where the Jets might sneak that one out. The Jets with Zach Wilson played pretty well last week. I'm going to go Miami, but that game could be a 50-50. Now, this is where it's going to hurt. Steelers versus Buffalo. I have to choose Buffalo. I'm sorry. Until we get our quote-unquote shit together, I got to choose Buffalo. As much as I want the Steelers to win, and I think you have a better chance now with Trubisky. Better chance with Pickett to win. You have to go Buffalo in this game. I believe Buffalo can win that one and by a lot of points. But we'll see what can happen. I hope the Steelers can win. Houston versus Jags. I don't think the Houston Texans have won a game yet. So I'm going to have to go with the Jags I believe they're at home. All right, we'll go with them. Chargers versus Browns. Now, the Browns lost to the Falcons, which gives you an automatic W for next week. Therefore, we're going Chargers. Bengals versus the Ravens in an AFC North matchup. This one is a very interesting one. Ravens at home versus Joe Burrow and the Shiesty Bengals. Do we choose the Bengals or the Ravens defense? I think we choose the Ravens defense. I think I choose the Ravens defense. I might be streaming that game too. I believe that's Monday Night Football for me. So that could be, I think it's Monday Night Football. Yeah, it's 11 a.m. for me. So I might be streaming that game. We can watch the Bengals and Ravens beat up on each other. Now we have the Raiders versus KC. I'm sorry, Raider fans. You're going down the drain, mate. I think you've won one game you pretty much like the Steelers, 1 game out of 3. Now we've got the Lions versus Patriots. I think the Lions can bounce back, have the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, but have the worst defense, apparently. That's pretty bad. Titans versus Washington. Another game where I think Washington is not a very good team either, with Carson Wentz and crew. I'm going to go the upset, I guess, would be maybe Titans away there. NFC components. Let's go New York versus Green Bay Packers. Ooh, boy. You know what? The New York Giants are on a hot streak. I'm going to go Giants over Packers. they're going to take care of Rodgers. The Bears versus Vikings. I'm going to go Vikings here in this one. Not a big fan of the Bears this season. Seahawks versus Saints. The Seahawks scored 48 points on the Detroit Lions. That's incredible. Versus the Saints. Who was playing for the Saints? Andy Dalton was playing for the Saints. This one I don't know what to do. Seahawks Saints. We'll come back to that one. I don't know. Buccaneers versus Falcons. You have to go probably Buccaneers and Tom Brady versus Falcons. Like I said, the Falcons beat the Browns. Incredible. 49ers versus Panthers. 49ers won today's game, so I'm going to go 49ers. Cowboys versus Rams. I actually see the Cowboys winning this game. I don't even think the Rams are that good this year. Not a big fan of the Rams this year. Going to go an upset there. Eagles versus Cardinals. This is a true test for Kyler Murray and crew. I'm going to have to go the Eagles, though. I think the Eagles win by 10. They're the undefeated team. Now, Seahawks versus Saints. Saints, I guess. Oh, but they let me down. Saints. We'll go Saints. All righty. Done and dusted. So make sure you guys get your picks in at Yahoo. If you are joining the comp, get the picks in there. I don't know if you guys can join anymore. If you can't, that's all right. Just play along for fun. If you want to put your tips in the comments, let me know below who you think is going to win this week. It's entirely up to you. Other than that, we've got some AFC North football. We have the Bengals versus the Ravens. So I think we want to see the Ravens win. I don't really know who. It doesn't really matter. Maybe it's too early in the season. But other than that, guys, I appreciate all the likes, the subs, the comments, the views, everything. Trying to go into a bit of a rampage and get to 800 subs. I'm now sitting on 765. So if you enjoy the content, hit that like, hit that sub, and I'll see you later. Because you know why? Because we got Kenny Pickett, man. Kenny Pickett's got his first game coming up against Buffalo. It's going to be crazy. He may not win, but it's much better than Mitchell Trubisky. I'll see you later.